Hey guys, we're on location. We just got done doing our live. You can see it is really dark down here.
You want that shut?
Yeah, that's fine. And Sarah is going to be watching my back while I do this live. And we're going to do a pre-recording down here. My light on or off? Yeah, I better turn it off. It'll be right in the camera. Sorry guys, get this thing off. Okay, so this here happened in Arkansas. It said many believe that stories of Bigfoot, a gigantic hairy man-like creature with huge feet, originated in the Pacific Northwest. This is not precisely correct. Early settlers of the South reported encounters with strange Sasquatch-like monsters long before the first recorded sightings in Washington and Oregon. As they pushed their settlement deep into the woods and their hunts even deeper, the early frontier people of the South often ran up against mysterious that defied explanation. One of the most bizarre involved in a series of events surrounding a creature called the Wild Man by newspapers of the 1840s. The earliest known recorded sightings took place in February and March of 1846 in the Crowley Ridge area of eastern Arkansas. Stories about the creature's appearance were carried in newspapers across the nation, with the Baltimore Sun reporting on March 13, 1846, that his track measures 22 inches, his toes are as long as a common man's fingers, and the height and make he is double the usual size. Other reports followed, with the second surge of news coverage taking place in 1851. The New Hampshire Patriot and the State Gazette reported on May 29th of that year that an expedition was about to leave Memphis to hunt for the Wild Man. The monster was said to be of gigantic size and covered with hair. The same newspaper followed with the page on the account of June 5th, quoting the Memphis Inquirer as a source for a report that the Wild Man had been seen chasing a herd of cattle. He was of gigantic stature, the body being covered with hair and the head with long locks and fairly enveloped his neck and shoulders. The Wild Man, after looking at that deliberately for a short time, turned and ran away with great speed, leaping from 12 to 14 feet at a time. The Inquirer account noted that the monster had been seen in St. Francis Green and Pointsville counties for 17 years, a statement that indicates that now lost reports may have been made as early as 1834. Colonel David C. Cross and Dr. Sullivan of Memphis were said to be organizing an expedition, can't talk now, to search for the creature. This may well have been the first Bigfoot hunt in American history. No written details of the results of their search have yet been found, but certainly could exist. Another round of accounts appeared in the nation's newspapers in 1856 on January 3rd of that year. The Pittsfield Sun reported a wild man 7 feet high is stated to be roaming through the great Mississippi bottom in Arkansas. Numerous travelers and hunters have asserted that they have seen him, but none have been able to get near enough to give particulars concerning the strange being. Not all accounts, however, were from the swamps of eastern Arkansas. A fairly bizarre report appeared on May of 1856 reporting a sighting on April on the upper Red River and noting that the creature had also been seen in northern Louisiana and Oklahoma. According to this version, which appeared in the Wisconsin Patriot on May 10, 1856, the Wild Man was spotted breaking the ice of a frozen lake. He was covered with hair of brownish cast and was described as being well muscled. A party of men from Louisiana had gone into the wilderness on horseback to find the creature and decided to try to capture it. One man from this group had gone ahead of his comrades and decided to try to take the monster on his own. This was a bad idea. As soon as the wild man saw the horse and the rider, he rushed frantically toward them and in an instant dragged the hunter to the ground and tore him into most dreadful manner, scratching out one of his eyes and injuring the other so much that his comrades, despair of the recovery of his sight, and biting large pieces out of his shoulder and various parts of his body. And perhaps the most bizarre part of the story, the wild man supposedly made off with the injured man's horse. The hunter's friends set off in a pursuit, joined by a party of Choctaw Indians that happened to be in the area. The chase led up to the Ouachita Mountains, then covered in snow from particularly brutal winter, where the pursuers failed to capture their elusive prey. Stories of gigantic hairy-covered men-like creatures are told in Arkansas and Oklahoma to this day, notably in the Ouachita and Ozark Mountains, and in the swamps of the Mississippi and the Red Rivers. The famed Bobby Creek Monster is just a modern manifestation of the wild man that is still known to lurk in the Missouri, Arkansas, and Oklahoma dark timbers and swamps of the bottoms. So what do y'all think of that? That's some pretty good reporting, I thought, with some pretty good dates talking about Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri.
That's a lot of where the hot spots are.
Yeah, me and Sarah's talked a lot about that. It seems like that is a lot of the hot spots is around those areas. Oklahoma is got a lot of hot spots. As you can see, we're down here right now. Sarah, I'll show you what she's doing. She's watching the woods for me while I was doing the story, just to kind of make sure that nothing slipped up on us. But guys, we're hearing something coming. We are going to probably pack it up. She's using the IR, and if we can get anything on IR, we'll add it to this video. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming, watching, and supporting us. As always, it's our pleasure to come out and do these things with you, and as long as we can do it and we're supported. Heard something walking.
Yeah.
We will continue to do it. Something was walking, breaking. Y'all hear that?
It still is. It's over there.
Anyways, guys, we're going to use and put this up because it is on a tripod and I have to break it down. If she sees anything with the IR, we'll take photos and add it to this video. I'm hearing a lot of walking and like tree breaks right now. So we'll see what we can catch, guys.
I don't know if you can see it very good, but this is a little creek that we cross over.
This is pretty good.
I actually found a live, well, I call them seashells, down in here. One that still had the mussel in it. There's some little bitty fish down there.
Is there?
Yeah.